Hey, hi, this is Mike. How are you? Last time, our last video, we were introducing you to Radon and what it is. Again, this is Gary with Radon Be Gone. So we're actually in a home where today Gary's been working all day.
Yes.
Installing a system and going through all the preparation work. So we thought we would show you what it is that goes into this. So most of the rest of this video, you won't see much of me. You'll see a lot of Gary and what he's got to tell us about the process, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's great.
All right. So the first thing, we are downstairs in the basement.
Yes, we are.
Of this home, and so that's where all the work begins. In this particular case, this home, of course, the radon reading came in above the 4. I don't remember what it was.
It was 7.1.
7.1 is what the reading was. And of course, our goal is, after the remediation, that reading will be 4% or 4.0 or lower, okay? So anyway, we'll start showing what Gary does.
Well, again, we're here in the basement, and this is where everything starts for a radon mitigation system. First thing I've done is I've core drilled a 5-inch hole in the concrete slab here. And what I try to do is to get at least 20 gallons worth of fill material out. In this case, it was a lot of gravel and rock. We call it pit run. Pretty common here in Idaho.
So you dug all that out of the ground?
I did.
You did that little hole and you pulled all that out of there?
I pulled all that out of there. It's a circumference of about 18 inches, and I'm about 20 inches deep into the hole.
Wow. So why do you do that?
Well, this is what we call our suction pit, and we want to be able to get communication, as we call it, from the entire basement. So the deeper I go, the better chance I have of being able to pull the radon and other soil gases from underneath the footings that might be in place in the house.
Oh, so what you're doing is you're getting below the footings to make sure that you can pull the gas from the other areas of the basement.
Yes, we want to be able to pull from the far area of the basement, and that's where we'll actually test afterwards.
Okay, so you have this hole down here, and I see this pipe. What's this pipe about?
Yes. Well, this is the pipe that we begin the entry here. We'll eventually take it up to the crawl space, through the garage, into the attic, where we'll put the fan on it that pulls a constant suction on this system, and then we will exhaust that out of the rooftop.
So what you're doing is you're pulling the gas out of the house through that pipe before it ever gets into the house.
Yes, that's correct.
Kind of like the theory of on a stove, you have an exhaust fan, you suck it out the fan before it gets all over the house, and you're trying to vent it after the fact.
Exactly. We're getting as much as we can from underneath the slab, about 98% of the radon.
Okay, so you're going to put this tall pipe, it'll go all the way down that hole, and you'll just put it down to the bottom of the hole, and then you just kind of seal it up to create a vacuum.
Yes. It'll actually be suspended about 4 inches into the hole. And I have the second pipe already suspended here that I'll glue this into.
Okay.
So first thing I'll do is place this in. It's already set to the appropriate point.
So right now you're just connecting that pipe to what everything else is there, and so you're using a PVC pipe just like you might in any other part of the house.
Yes, this is a drain, waste, and vent pipe, just like you'd use in a regular plumbing system.
Okay. And there we go. Voila.
There we go. About 30 seconds, it'll be dried.
And ready to go. Okay. Okay, so Gary, we've got all this put together. Where does this pipe go?
Well, in this particular case, the pipe is going out through a crawl space and then through the rim joist into the garage. And at that point, we'll turn and go up into the attic, and that's where we place our fan.
Oh.
Since there's a crawl space, we're also going to put a membrane down in here, and we will capture all the radon that's in the crawl space as well.
Oh,
which is not normally the type of system we install, but this house has a basement and a crawl space.
Okay, so Gary, you have a fan unit that we can see what it looks like?
Yeah, I sure do.
Okay, so you've got that upstairs?
Yeah, we have it up in the garage.
Okay, well, we'll run up and take a look at one.
Great.
Okay, so we're out in the garage. So Gary, we've got, this is the pipe that's coming out of that crawl space, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and where's it going?
It's going to go up through the ceiling into the attic.
Into the attic.
Into the attic.
Okay, why in the attic?
Well, we go through the attic because the fan has to be installed outside of the habitable envelope of the house, or in other words, outside of the living space of the house.
Okay,
yes.
And why?
Well, if there were to be a leak from the fan, we don't want it to be pumping the radon into the home. We want it to be able to push it where it's not going to harm anything.
So it's going out, it's exiting outside. So we have a fan. Gosh, that's not very heavy. What does that weigh? 3 or 4 pounds?
Yeah, I
maybe?
think it's about 4.5 pounds. It's made out of a modified plastic and fiberglass.
Okay. So, is it noisy?
Not at all. Sounds about like a refrigerator fan running.
Not like a refrigerator.
Yes.
Does it use a lot of power?
No, on average it uses $75 a year. It's about like a
75
$100
a year.
light bulb.
Okay. So, the old kind of light bulb, right?
Yes, the old kind.
So, how long does it run? All day, every day, or what
It
is it?
does. This fan runs constant. We're constantly pulling out pressure from underneath the slab in the basement
Okay.
to capture the radon. So it should always be left on. Don't turn it off for vacation. Just
Leave it
let
running.
it continue to treat the
Okay.
house.
So, running all the time, you must go through one of these a year.
Well, you would think the fan actually has a 5-year warranty on it, and in reality, they last 10 to 15 years.
10 to 15 years.
Yes.
Okay, so you were telling me earlier, Gary moved here from Denver a while back, and where he installed systems there for 15 years, I think he said.
Yes.
And you've actually never had a call back yet on a motor that's died.
No, I'm not aware of a fan that has quit working.
Okay, so anyway, so folks, this is a basic introduction to a radon remediation. Again, if you didn't see the last video, send us an email, we'll send that to you. But we estimate roughly 20% of the homes here in Idaho Falls, and much higher percentages up north,
Yes, exactly.
actually have radon gas. You can look online about radon, and of course, if you need anything about radon, he's the expert. Again, Gary, your phone number?
My phone number is 520-8048. That's
Okay.
Radon Be Gone.
Radon Be Gone. Okay, guys, hope this helped and you learned something today. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.